Well, everybody, Overwatch Classic is here, but it's not alone. Respawn just brought back Apex Legends' launch version as an LTM. Fortnite has done similar before, and they've just announced it's going to happen again. Yes, everybody is doing this, and look, as a heavy Overwatch beta through 2017 player, I should be the target audience of this event. And the way it works is fairly simple. It's a separate mode you can queue for, and in it you get the original map pool, though the modern versions of those maps, but you do get the launch roster of heroes with all of their launch abilities, right? So that's kind of neat. The first few days are no limits, leading to a very goofy match where I just had 4 back-to-back Hanzo ults from everybody. That was kind of fun. But after that, some sane team comp limits will actually happen. But you do get the older gameplay. I mean, Torbjorn's old, far more Team Fortress 2 engineered, inspired playstyle is there. You get Hanzo with his totally bullshit scatter shot, Symmetra before her many different reworks, and all of that stuff. Now, it lasts for just 20 days, but there will be more Classic in the future, and based on Blizzard's wording, I would expect to see different iterations of the game be featured than just version 1 from 2016. But of course, where this is really interesting to me is that this is Classic within the framework of Overwatch 2, and at least to me, it completely exposes how Overwatch 2 is fundamentally a less rewarding, less sticky game with far larger financial asks that literally just does not work as well as Overwatch 1 did. Let's dive into this, because what it really is a store event. Let's talk business. Back in the day, you would get event loot boxes whenever something like this would happen, and those event loot boxes meant that, well, yeah, they were loot boxes, but everybody had a shot at the big rewards, and the game would just keep drip feeding you those things. You kept on playing, you kept on getting more event loot boxes. If you've ever heard of the term random variable reward, well, it was that. It was the core of the Skinner box, and back then it did at least work. Now, though, the game is different. This event presents you with 11 challenges. Each challenge rewards you with half a battle pass level worth of XP, very exciting, and the large one gives you 1.5 battle pass levels worth of XP, very thrilling indeed. Now, if you're a free player, well, that'll obviously mean very little because there's basically piss rewards there, but there are some other rewards. There are event rewards, and if you are standing up, I think you need to sit down. If you're operating heavy machinery, you need to turn it off because this is going to floor you. Okay, here goes. Dear player, you will earn a player title, a name card, a player icon, and, to finish, a spray. That is what you get. That is the set of rewards that are directly tied to this new game mode. Now, in the past of Overwatch, you would get real rewards. You would have a shot at the new legendary skins, but here, nothing. But of course, there are some exciting high-value consumption opportunities, because Coomerwatch is of course back in full force. We have 5 new Black Cat legendary skins. Skin bundles, in fact, each costing $24 to $28, conveniently priced 200 coins higher than the $19.99 coin bundle, because of course. But you know what's priced perfectly? The Black Cat Mega Bundle. You see, $49.99 gets you 5,700 Overwatch coins, and this bundle only costs 5,600 coins. Now, of course, when you break the prices down, it's hilarious. $50 for everything, or $24 to $28 for 1 out of 5. So I think we can all see how that price ladder is designed. But of course, there is more than that. Of course, there's more than that. In the form of 5 value bundles at 77 to 86% off, showing us that value is indeed a real thing that exists. Well, we can get bundles of 3 old skins for Zenyatta, Cassidy Reaper, Diva, and Hanzo, and another Best of Classic bundle for 1,000 coins. How exciting! But that's not all, because you may have forgotten about their latest squeeze. Don't worry though, I'm going to get you up to speed. So here's the deal, and it's absolutely amazing. We've got the Mythic skins, right? Now those are now found in the Mythic Skins store. Mythic skins cost 50 Mythic Prisms, and there are 3 upgrade levels, each costing 10 more Mythic Prisms. You get 80 Mythic Prisms for completing the entire Premium Battle Pass, and that's what you need to fully unlock one of the Mythic skins with all of its upgrade levels. But of course, don't worry, there are more ways to get Mythic Prisms. They cost $1 each. Yeah, $1 each. But if you're a true gamer, as I know you are, you wouldn't make the silly decision of buying small denominations. You would buy the 100 Mythic Prism bundle for $74.99 USD, an amazing value. And with that, you could buy an entire Mythic skin. But you'd have 20 Mythic Prisms left over. And the amazing news is, they, Blizzard, have given us something to spend those 20 prisms on in the form of Gilded Aspects. Gilded Aspects cost 20 prisms, and what they do is they unlock a golden coloration of said mythic skin. And that does mean, if you see somebody with a Gilded Aspect skin, well, those are $74.99. That is how much one of these skins costs. That is more than a big hyper-premium Sony game on launch day, which is quite something. Now, you may say, hey, come on, man, that's kind of unfair. You get 80 of these prisms in the premium pass. Most people won't buy prisms. Well, what Blizzard now do is they add way more than 80 prisms worth of cosmetics a season. Of course, we've had the Gilded Aspects for every single mythic skin in the game, but also each season now adds mythic weapons, and mythic weapons cost the same. 50 prisms for the base skin, and then 10 prisms, $10, for each upgrade level. But guess what? I have a secret for you. Do not tell anyone else. This is strictly between you and me because it's a great deal. One you shouldn't miss out on. It's over 50% value. You can purchase the new Soldier 76 Mythic Weapon skin as a bundle in the Overwatch store for only $39.99, which is basically half the price it would otherwise be. But even better, you'll get 20 Battle Pass skips. Now, each one of those Battle Pass skips will be saving you time. So you need to count up all those Battle Pass grinding hours, multiply them by your hourly salary, and you'll actually find that this bundle is such a good deal, you save money by buying it. That's how good Blizzard are. A deal for the ages. One that, of course, will stack with the best value way to purchase the Battle Pass, the $39.99 Ultimate Battle Pass bundle, which has got 2 exclusive skins, 2,000 Overwatch coins, and 20 tier skips. Though, my fellow gamers, I need to inform you that this is also a very sad day, and we have actually lost something. And that's because something has left the store. Though in truth, it only serves as more proof that Overwatch 2 is a game that you must log into every 4 weeks. And that's because in a massive blow to e-girls, little simps, and people of culture around the world, the Witch Girl bundle has just left the store. Because we all know one simple truth. You could make a new Soldier 76 skin or a Wrecking Ball skin. But if you want money, well, we all know what sells. Of course, look, I'm no Puritan. I just think it's kind of funny, and goddamn, yeah, the Mythic Widowmaker skin sure is something else. As is Loading Screen, by the way. You know, we don't just do videos. Loading Screen is our daily members newsletter. Keeps you fully in the loop, you know. New releases every week, all of the news coverage and commentary and write-ups. It is absolutely fantastic. And what it does is it lets you disconnect from the algorithms, and it helps you make your hobby more intentional. It's awesome. There's a bunch of other things as well, and you can get started today with a free trial. The link down below. And it is, in fact, the best way to support what my team does. Now, with that said, let's exit the whole store thing and talk about the foundational problem with Overwatch here. Playing some of this event and looking at the game, I realized something. So many of the rewards here are actually terrific. Like, I may joke about the Witch Girls and the Cat Girls, but those are damn good skins. The Soldier 76 Mythic Weapon is actually really cool, but it's all completely inaccessible. And you see, Overwatch Classic feels like it's a massive event, but the rewards that most people will get from playing it are a title, a name card, an icon, and a spray. In the past, well, as much as loot boxes were deeply flawed, you at least had a shot of getting something. So from a progression design perspective, the entire Overwatch Classic event is boiled down to 6 Battle Pass levels worth of XP. That's 6 levels out of 80. If this was Helldivers 2, you'd actually earn some premium currency as you played. If it was Overwatch 1, you would earn event loot boxes. And that's just the problem here. Overwatch 2 is a deeply unengaging game. If Blizzard wants this to be a more engaging game, they seriously need to rethink how their in-game economy works. It's clear to me that the Battle Pass obviously did not produce the numbers they needed, and I think that's led to the dominance of the store, the massive store bundles, and the mythic skins. And again, them double dipping and just trying to make even more from the mythic skins. Blizzard are wholly catering to their whales, but in doing so, they've ended up with a game that is essentially wholly devoid of progression. It feels stingy, it feels like it's always the hard sell, and that to me is fundamentally just kind of depressing. It's a shell of itself. But let's step back for a second and look at how Overwatch 2 has actually performed by the numbers. At least in Steam, Overwatch 2 is doing fairly okay. I mean, seriously, it is. November 2023 had it averaging 20.6k concurrents. By March, that was 26.5k concurrents, and by September, 35.3k concurrents. So, from 20.6 to 35.3. That is over 50% year-on-year growth, basically, and that's only in Steam. I assume that most people play Overwatch on Battle.net, and it actually managed to hit rank 6 of PC Game Pass with this event. And when you look at the peak players, it's a similar enough story. It's obviously a bit more spiky, though I will say the Overwatch Classic event has been rather muted. Launch day spiked to 50.15k players, the next day spiked to 56.6, and it's just been kind of low in my opinion. Now, usually Sunday is the strongest day in Steam, but I do think that this is fairly weak. What's concerning is the numbers that I've just covered are basically what the game was getting last month. I feel like Overwatch Classic should be hitting way harder than it has been, but I'm not surprised when I look at it. You see, concurrency is going to be heavily reliant on how much people are playing, like session length will massively inflate concurrency. And I look at this and I see, yeah, it's Classic as a limited time event, that's fine, but the rewards, the progression are absolutely shallow. It's an icon, a spray, a name tag, a title. That's nothing that people want. Half-hearted at best. What this is doing is it is wearing the skin of Overwatch 1, but with the demotivational rot of Overwatch 2. Perhaps most surprising to some is how this was Blizzard's answer to the usual BlizzCon time spot. I mean, over in the land of Warcraft, we've got them actually doing work in Warcraft 3 Reforged. The World of Warcraft announcements were actually terrific, straight up fantastic. And Warcraft 1 and 2 have got a remaster that actually look really damn good. Yet over here, it's just this little limited time event. Not that, of course, Overwatch players are used to big BlizzCons anymore. The last one was a K-pop store tie-in. Strategically, though, these games are all using the same playbook because it's a cheap way to re-engage one of the assets they do have: lapsed players. Every free-to-play game has got tens of millions of lapsed players. And in terms of development time, bringing back an old rule set is not exactly a hard thing to do, so it's a cost-effective way to drum up some excitement, especially when your cosmetics can truck on as usual and dip into the back catalogue, as we've seen with the Overwatch Classic store bundles. I mean, just look at Apex Legends with their 5 times more expensive retro packs. But for Overwatch, it will not work as well as it did in Apex. It will not work as well as it will in Fortnite, because meaningless challenge rewards and some Battle Pass XP is a poor offering in today's competitive market. What Blizzard does have is world-leading character designs. And yeah, they can get some titillating looking skins. They can do the obvious thing that will obviously sell, and people will just give over their money. But that's not really a long-term sustainable business, because the foundational progression of Overwatch 2 is hollow, it is unengaging. Blizzard fundamentally needs to fix this problem, because whenever they say, hey gamers, come back, play Overwatch 2, here's a big reason for you to play, and you just get a spray, that just tells people that they don't give a fuck about you unless you are going to be dropping serious, full game price amounts of money on the store, because that's where all the exciting stuff is happening. The other angle to this is, of course, 6v6, and there is going to be more 6v6 testing. I've got no horse in that race. To me, Overwatch 1 became a pretty tired alt spam fest, and I actually enjoy the sweatier gameplay of Overwatch 2, but it's safe to say that I am in the minority. And that speaks to the game's broader problem. Overwatch 1's gargantuan audience was broad, novelty-oriented, reward-oriented, and not always competitive. Foundationally, Overwatch does not support that mode of play anymore. Those people will not be lured in by Battle Pass XP, especially when Overwatch 2's Battle Passes are as underwhelming as they are. And that means that Overwatch will continue as a narrowly successful live service shooter, but unless they bring about large systemic change that fundamentally opens the game up to more players and fixes its demotivational reward psychology, it will always, first and foremost, be known as a missed opportunity. And while we're talking about missed opportunities, the boys over at WB Games have not been having the best time. You can find out all about that in this next video.